Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great Peacemaker ability. We're a little late, but we have good reason. We weren't in the state of California for the last 2 weeks. Or you weren't.
Yeah.
We were both in New York. That was fun.
For New York Comic Con.
Yeah, so, we missed a couple things. Tron, Ares, Peacemaker, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So we're going to catch up on at least Peacemaker today. There's a lot to talk about with that.
Yes.
We got a bracket to do.
Yes.
Because we're talking about Peacemaker and there's a season finale. A lot of people are talking about the season finale. We're going to do a bracket of season finales of TV shows.
That's
and I
correct.
made sure that at least one of us had seen the TV show. A lot of people were like Game of Thrones or whatever. There's some stuff in there that we have not seen, but at least one of us has seen every single thing on this bracket.
Gotcha, good.
We just filmed a Patreon.
That's right.
Where we talked about our New York trip quite a bit.
Yes, we did.
You divulged some information that maybe you shouldn't have.
Okay,
I got a text from people. I got multiple texts from multiple of our friends that were like, he shouldn't have talked about that.
So
that's what you get on the Patreon.
the Patreon, there's like multiple comments saying that story is the funniest thing that's ever happened on the podcast.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
That's worth it.
I saw a message that was like, hey, I was having a really, really rough week and that story was hilarious and amazing and it made me feel better. So for that reason, I'm happy that I said it. And like, let's be frank, I was going to tell that story on the Patreon. Like, even if
when it happened in New York,
I can't wait to say it.
My first thought was like, is he going to talk about it? And then you were like, I'm going to talk about it on the Patreon. I was like, W.
Yeah. So for that reason, I'm happy it's out. But of course it was clipped.
Yeah, of course.
So I've seen some of those today, a couple of those today. And I'm watching back as I'm telling this story, and I'm like, wow, I regret saying this.
You said a lot of things in detail that I don't think were necessary.
And, we have gotten verbal confirmation that both Peter Safran and James Gunn have seen clips of the podcast. And I just thought about somebody that I respect and love that much like them seeing that.
Yeah. There is a possibility that James Gunn will see you talk about, that.
So that, anyways, but many people are saying it's the funniest moment ever of the Patreon. If you're a patron and agree, comment below. If you disagree, what is your favorite Patreon moment ever? And then, obviously, those of you that aren't patrons, no stress, comment what you think is the funniest moment ever on the podcast. And special points for, like, niche stuff. Obviously, everybody's going to say, who cares you do or Charles Butt suck my balls. Give me something niche. That's what I want.
We also did a live Q&A. We do one question go on there sometimes, so that was fun. So today we're going to start with a high-low buffalo, just because we've been gone for a couple weeks. And a lot of people don't know what that is. We explained it when Nikhil was on the episode.
Yes.
Because we've just done it for so long. High is something that's good, low is something that's bad, buffalo is whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll just hop straight into the Peacemaker review. That's going to be like most of the episode.
I think so too. Yeah. Let's do it. Go for it. You can go first.
Okay, yeah. My high, I'm just going to say Stranger Things.
Wow.
In general.
The 20-year-old show at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
I have fully just... I'm just having so much fun.
Okay.
I love being a nerd. I love this show.
Yeah.
I've seen the first season 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
I've watched the first season 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
And I just finished rewatching it again in preparation for season 5. And there has not been an episode where I have not gotten chills or teared up or cried. Every episode. Every episode. And it's like Jonathan Byers just having a conversation with his mom. Nothing sad is happening. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing in the world.
Interesting.
I watched the Stranger Things play in New York. It was fabulous. It's a prequel to Stranger Things. So that, rewatching the first season, maybe working on some stuff for season 5, throwing an event for you guys, for us. I'm just really excited about Stranger Things. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a great show. The first season is just perfect. I love it so much. My low.
What is it going to be? You existential? Are you sad or are you sick?
Sick.
There it is.
Yep, there it is.
This guy's never got a low that isn't one of those.
Like, but what else in my life is bad other than me just being like?
I heard
sick?
Tron Ares was terrible.
Tron Ares is not personally my favorite. It's visually cool, got some cool fights, but it's kind of just there to me.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun at the premiere and talking to the people.
Yeah.
And if you like Tron and you like that kind of visual stuff. Like the visuals you see in the trailer are the visuals you get in the movie.
Yeah.
One friend described it as, sometimes you just like watching a 2-hour music video. It's a lot of Nine Inch Nails, music.
Okay.
But the trailer is kind of what you get. So yeah, not my personal favorite, but some of my friends were like, "Oh, it's the best Tron movie," and I was like,
"Wow."
There are some people that ride or die for Legacy. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, every time I travel, go to conventions, New York, I kind of get sick, and I'm not like coughing, sneezing, whatever, but like my whole body just hurts all the time, and I'm not really enjoying that. I don't really have a low other than that. I lost in Smash last night. That's always my low. I'm either sick or I'm losing in Smash.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy other than that.
Yeah. Smash has been fun lately. We really got to film that for the Patreon.
Yeah, we really should. I mean, we're playing a lot right now.
And it's been
awesome. OG2s.
Oh.
There needs to be a series called OG2s.
Oh, it's the best.
The OG2s is me and Zach versus Angel and Alex. That's we used to play Smash before everyone else got involved, before Dylan and Jake and Rachel moved out and everything. We would play it out here on the set. Yeah. Back when we still had the sofa on the set.
And we would sit on the couch.
We
had a TV in here.
A little TV, and the four of us would just play for hours.
It was the four of us being us, Zach, our roommate, and Angel AA Rex.
And now we have like 8 people that play every night. So when it's just the 4 of us, we call it the OG2s.
And it is special because
it's special and it's a good mashup.
We are the best in the house by
It's
far.
It's the 4 best in the house.
Yes.
And the teams are, you win one day, then I'll win the next. And
I mean, yesterday in the morning, Angel and I dominated. Then in the night, you guys really had your way with us.
And then the last one, you won 5-4 or something.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I've got something. If we may need to cut this, but maybe not. I'm going to be very vague, though.
Okay.
You and I had a very important business conversation recently that pertained to somebody else.
Yes.
All right? Mm-hmm. That's another benefit of doing that is being like, OG2s, let's get this all set up and they film it.
Yeah. That would be helpful.
Because that's why we don't do it. We're lazy.
I mean, we could set up 2 tripods. We've done that before, but I would actually want to graphics card, screen record, have some mics. We would need to figure out a way to maybe do it over here, stuff like that.
Oh, I heard Luke is coming by to help you with your setup. What's going on with that?
I don't know. That'll be my Buffalo. Luke Lightsabers, Luke Outpost, friend of the show. He's coming over today. We were talking about getting the OLED TV. I want to have some sort of backdrop for videos. We're still working on that. I want to redo my whole room. I'm going to just start doing... I want to think of every potential Stranger Things piece of content that I can do. Follow a fellow if you want to see me just do... literally, when I was watching Stranger Things last night, I was on the last episode, and I was just so emotional. I just put my phone out and started recording myself, just talking about Stranger Things and watching the show. And I posted that on TikTok. It was a lot of fun. But I might turn my entire room into just a Stranger Things room, just for fun. Jake wants me to go... do a 3C Films thing where I just go to Target and buy every single Stranger Things, or go to the Funko store and buy every single... I'm going to do that. I'm going to hang people upside down and do upside down trivia. I'm just going to do everything. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's good long form. There's a Lego YouTuber who, his whole stuff is Lego. But when The Force Awakens came out, it's his biggest video ever to date is getting ready for Force Awakens by buying everything. And he bought everything. That's a good long form video for you.
That's what I'm going to do.
You should do that.
Yeah, we're going to do
that. It's on the budget.
And it is now. Patrons, love you. You're funding Wafello and podcast videos.
2,900 is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you guys are the best.
Jake pitched that, and we're going to maybe film that today, but we maybe do that this weekend. Wow. Anyway, that's mine. You can go.
Yeah. So, High Low Buffalo for me. Football season is back. It's in full flux.
I can make the same joke about you. You're high or you're low when it's football season. It's always football related.
You got me.
It's Rams.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. This isn't quite the Rams, but it's last night.
Yeah,
there was a Thursday night football
crazy
game. It was the Unk Bowl, the combined ages of the 2 quarterbacks, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, 81 years old. That's hilarious. And it was 31-33 was the final score. Great game. Ended on a 70-yard Hail Mary that was incomplete. It was a great game, wire to wire. And it's just we're in pretty much the middle of the season, and I'm just having a great time watching.
And you had a lot of people, Rachel, football. Dylan, Frankie, they were all watching with you.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. My low is very, very, very simple. I succumb to peer pressure very easily. There's not much I can say no to with peer pressure. I'm kind of the target audience for like when your teachers growing up, they were like, peer pressure's bad. Don't drink or do drugs when your friends tell you to.
Yeah.
I'm like the person that they didn't target enough, I guess. So at New York Comic Con, I went out when I did not want to go out, but they just friends of ours bombarded me, and they were like, "You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta come out with us, you gotta come out with us, whatever." Took a couple of shots. It was Matt Soups' birthday, so we were celebrating him, and I went home and I did not have a good night. I was very much in the bathroom for a lot of my night after I got home, and that wasn't very fun. So I want to say to you guys, peer pressure is bad.
Yes.
But
I'm kind of the opposite of that. No one can get me out of my... no one can
get me... to FOMO.
You go ahead and try.
Be like Andrew, not me. Do not
or
succumb
maybe
to
somewhere in the
pressure.
middle. Yeah.
But so what I wanted to say was peer pressure, bad. But for me, FOMO is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
So that's my low. And then my Buffalo... I have been asked, and here's another example of peer pressure getting to me.
This is a good one, though.
I have a solo account on TikTok at HatGuySolo. As of this episode coming out, I should have minimum one episode.
Is it out?
One clip. No, I'm filming it after this.
Oh, okay.
But I should have minimum one video on there, maybe 2 videos on there. I would really appreciate if y'all wanted to go follow over there. I'm just going to be doing
Hat Guy Solo.
At Hat Guy Solo. It's the same thing on Instagram, but I don't think I'll be posting the videos on Instagram unless
trial reels. Why not?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but doing that just because everybody's asked me to do it for so long, and I'm not going to be talking about anything that you and I could talk about possibly. So yeah, I'm going to talk nerdy stuff on there, but stuff that you don't know. Like my first video is a Pokemon video. Yeah. I'll try and talk some Yu-Gi-Oh when I can, but a lot of sports, I imagine, everything like that. But just stuff that I wouldn't be able to talk about with you will be talked about on there. I'll make a video whenever I feel like it or
we're feeding them.
Convinced to
we're getting them an episode of the podcast every week.
Yeah.
2 if you're a patron.
Yes.
You're getting the Lego Star Wars videos.
Yes.
You've got the Waffello stuff, which is a trivia video or 3 every day.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm doing long form now where I'm buying every Stranger Things thing.
Yep.
I'm doing basketball long form.
Absolutely.
And now you've got a 3rd channel of Hat Guy Solo. Go follow all of it. Go support him. Get him to as many followers as he needs. It'll be fun. So much. It'll be fun. What's the first one about? Is it Pokemon?
Yeah, so cool. There's a new Pokemon game.
Nice.
And there's a mechanic in Pokemon called Mega Evolutions. And so there's a bunch of new ones. And so I'm going through all of them and saying whether I like the design or not. And then I'm going to say whether I like the shinies or not as well. But yeah.
Like design-wise?
Yeah, just design-wise. Because I haven't played the game, so I don't know who's good or not. But yeah, so if you, I would appreciate the support. And another thing, knowing what, obviously you guys watching are fans of the pod, knowing what Andrew knows and knowing what I know and everything, comment below a video idea. And if it's a good idea, I really appreciate suggestions.
We're giving away one of those Letterman jackets. We need to pick the winner for that.
Yes.
I just picked the winner for the Tron Ares signed vinyl on the Waffello channel.
Awesome. Congratulations to you.
It's a fun video because I messaged the guy and he responded and everything. So I got Jared Leto, Jeff Bridges, Cameron Monaghan, a couple other people to sign a Tron Ares vinyl and ask some trivia questions, and someone who got them all right on the Waffello channel won that. So I'm sending that out today or tomorrow. That was a lot of fun. But we're giving away the jacket to a patron. And they suggested a lot of videos. I need to show you that Google form because they all filled it out and they gave us suggestions, both of us.
We really appreciate all that. Yeah. We appreciate the love and support. Is this a new table?
I meant to tell you that. I had to film a brand deal for Wizards Beyond Waverly Place at the park with Jake yesterday, and I needed both of the folding tables.
Yes.
And I thought this was the one we had in here because this is the better one.
Yes.
So I brought this one in here. So this one's better.
It's so much nicer. I'm loving this.
It's not wonky. There's like the other one has like a bulge in the middle. Yep. Yeah.
I love this. No. All right. On to Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, that was a lot of preamble. Thank you so much for going through that.
Yeah.
Love you, everybody.
Our first episode, other than our Patreon. This is our first normal episode back in the last couple of weeks. All right, Peacemaker time. It's a show. It's DC.
Yes.
Season 2. You want to rank it out of 10?
I do have a score out of 10,
cool.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
So here are our Peacemaker Season 2 incompletion scores out of 10.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm giving it like a solid 8.5.
I'm at an 8 out of 10 as well.
Yeah,
I'm leaning towards 7.5.
Okay, so you're leaning down. I'm kind of leaning up.
Yes,
I really liked Season 2. I really did.
There were moments in Peacemaker Season 2 where I was like, this belongs in the upper echelon of James Gunn projects.
Yeah.
And then there were moments in Peacemaker Season 2 where I was like, James Gunn has gone too far and too James Gunn here, and he's lost me.
Some people have been saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Season 1 does that way more, in my opinion, at least with the comedy.
I like Season 2 better than Season 1.
I do too. I like Season 2 of Peacemaker better.
Yes.
And some people will act like that's a crazy take. I don't think it's a crazy take.
I don't think so either.
Because I thought people were going to be mad at me when I said that. Because everyone glazes Peacemaker Season 1, and I wasn't as high on it. I like it, but I felt like they were trying too hard sometimes in Season 1, and it just didn't work for me, even though I still think it's a really good season. So then I said to a couple of our friends or content creators, I was like, I'm liking Season 2 better, and I kind of braced for, you're crazy, you have no media literacy, blah, blah, blah. And everyone I said that to was like, yeah, I kind of agree. So I don't think now obviously that might have changed with the finale. We'll get to that. But overall, yeah, I think they're both good, but I lean towards Season 2.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. Let's go over some. There's stuff we need to talk about, obviously, but let's go over some little things that I really want to talk about before we get into the cream of the crop. The DC Studios intro with Superman doing the thing, right? I know that this is such a little thing. I want to hear your perspective on it. It should just be the character that the project is about, rather than Superman every time. Peacemaker made me feel strongly about that, personally. You don't care?
Obviously, I don't care. I think that's a dumb thing to care about.
But if it was Superman for Superman...
Yeah, the Marvel logo has everyone. Yeah, they change it.
They change it all the time.
They change it around, sure, but it's not the same exact thing. But like, I'm not going to require the Marvel logo to only have the Hulk in it.
If Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comes out and it's a retro Supergirl breaking out of something or doing something, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but it's a logo.
You're the reason they're not going to change it. They're not going to do this because of laziness, because you don't care enough. You need to care about this so that the people that do care can get what we want.
Right.
This is, by the way, this is not a hot take by me. A lot of people want this.
Cool. I don't care.
You're a jackass.
You can complain about such specific things and everything. I just don't.
I think it would be fun if it was a new one every time.
Okay. I'm so happy for you. I think we should change the logo, guys. I think we should change the logo.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Theme song. The song intro.
Yes.
With the dance and everything. Obviously, the first season is iconic.
Yeah.
What do you think about the dance and theme song intro for Season 2? Do you like it better? Do you like it worse? Do you like the Foxy Shazam song more? How do you feel?
Okay, obviously, I think Season 1 is better. It's a little more fun.
Okay.
But when the first episode came out and people saw the dance and it wasn't like the same kind of song, or it wasn't the same vibe, or it wasn't as good as the first one, people were like, this sucks! This intro sucks!
Yeah.
Again, maybe I should care more. I don't. I think it's fine. I think this is cute.
Yep.
They're all dancing. I'm glad they brought it back. I'm glad they did a different version of it.
Yep.
I'm glad they just didn't recycle the first season.
Yep.
They gave us something that's similar. It's a different vibe. The season has a different vibe. I don't like it as much as the first one, but people were like super mad that it wasn't as epic. I don't know.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I like it better.
Oh.
I like the Season 2 song better.
That's a hot take.
I know. I do. Like, I get that that's iconic and great.
I like that one more.
And it was so much fun at the time. But I love this one. And the da-da-da-da, as the credits are rolling and we know the name of the episode and who wrote it and who directed it and everything. The last time that happened, I went...
what the... Two of these bad boys showed up last night.
Unbelievable. We need an exterminator. The last time it happened for the last episode, I was like, wow, I'm really going to miss this. Like, I really enjoy it. So, and I never felt that about the first theme song. So I'm going to say I like the second season theme song better.
We have a friend of ours, we'll call him Josh,
Sure, yeah.
coming to our party, which is DC themed, and he is coming as Peacemaker, and
a lot of
he
fun.
is learning. He has learned the dance.
That's great.
So we need to play the song so that he can do it.
That's great. I like that a lot.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I like that a lot. What do you think is the best episode of Peacemaker season 2?
The finale, obviously. I'm just kidding.
For me, it's 6.
Them screaming a black is pretty crazy.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, everyone's seen that. I saw that before I watched.
One got out.
One got out is insane.
Crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy episode of television.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably up
Yeah,
there.
that's my number 1 episode as well. I just like the ending is such a good cliffhanger. Like it just like is like, okay, we're really ramping up. This is so exciting. And I think all of the stuff in that episode is also particularly fun and interesting. I just really enjoyed that one all the way through. What do you think is the worst episode of Peacemaker season 2? You think it's the finale?
I would. We'll get into the finale more.
Yes,
later.
I
got plenty of stuff to talk about.
Of course. So just real quick, but it is the finale for you because for me it's episode 1.
What happened in episode 1?
That's the orgy episode. He's real sad. He's being kind of mopey the whole time. You know, there's that great joke with Harcourt where they're like, "You've got your textbook toxic masculinity," and it cuts to her. Yeah. That's hilarious. But like, it's Adebayo is driving him around or whatever. He's auditioning for the Justice
I like
Gang.
that scene. Yeah, I liked all the episodes.
To me, episode 1 is the worst episode of Peacemaker. Period. Like I found it so unlikable. Like when that happened, that's what I was talking about at the start of this, where I was like, "That's James Gunn going too far." James
because of the
Gunniness.
orgy.
Yeah, like I found that episode tedious and unlikable. And
You're not a fan of boobs?
Nah, not really.
That's a lie. You're lying to me.
I am. I'm a huge fan of boobs.
You're also a huge fan of penis, by the way you treat me off camera.
You and Zach.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm coming on to y'all lately.
Yeah. You were trying to grab our penises last night.
Absolutely. It's what are homies for?
One of us let you, and it wasn't Zach.
That's true.
Yeah, orgy's a little much.
It was just, I was like, oh my God.
I thought it's the first episode. It's supposed to be setting stuff up.
Yeah.
You gotta set up where Peacemaker is, where Chris is.
Yeah.
I liked the interview scene. Orgy was a little much. And it introduced the concept of the portals and what we're gonna do with that and the Harcourt stuff. So it was kind of getting back into it. So I understand it not being the best episode.
Yep.
But I remember watching it being interested in what's coming next.
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
it kind of worked for me, I guess.
Sure.
But I see what you're saying.
So it's a James Gunn project, so it's obviously fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite joke in Peacemaker season 2 that stood out to you? Favorite character, funniest character? What were all the funny moments for you?
What's his name?
Flurry. Absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
I have him written down as well.
Flurry probably has my favorite joke of the season. He's one where the first episode with Flurry in Peacemaker season 2 is probably the hardest I laughed consistently.
Yep.
I think he dipped a little bit for me after that.
Sure.
And the next couple episodes, I was like, these aren't hitting for me as much. You're trying.
Yeah.
But then he had one in the last episode that I actually thought was really good.
Yeah.
But the first episode where he gets in that van with Economos. And he's just like, you feeling uncomfortable because I'm sexualizing your friend, Ginger, whatever.
Ginger Cool.
I had to pause the show multiple times. It was so weird. I loved it.
The moment for that with me, first of all, every nickname was hilarious, but when he is the bald woman, and it's the only woman in the team, he looks at her, he looks at her bald head, he looks back at her, and he goes, titties. I lost.
Bird blindness is hilarious.
The bird blindness is hilarious.
The memes that we're seeing New York Comic Con, people walking around with signs that are saying, bird blindness awareness, and information about it. It's so funny.
Yes.
I really liked it. And then there was an episode there. Oh, the last episode.
Yeah.
Him and
Vigilante
are talking.
Yes, with the spider facts.
And he's trying to do spider. And that's funny because it's been a running bit that he wants spider facts. But then when he's like, spiders can't produce milk. And Flurry's like, yeah, they can. He's like, where can you get spider milk? Whole Foods?
That's right. That was hilarious.
That one broke me.
Yes. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was great. Flurry was hilarious. How did you feel about the action in Peacemaker season 2?
I can't really remember what was season 1 like. Oh, he was fighting that controlled woman that was naked. He fought a naked woman in season 1, right? And then blew that apartment up.
Yeah, that's in episode 1, I believe.
Was that episode 1?
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, we get the in the other universe when he takes down the people trying to blow up the bank or whatever.
Yep.
I thought that was good. What do you think? What else was there?
I wished it was better. Consistently, I wished it was better. Just like it didn't give me enough. I thought that the Peacemaker v Peacemaker fight in episode 1, here I am shitting on episode 1 again, was specifically disappointing.
Oh yeah, that's in episode 1. That cliffhanger was so good to me.
I was.
He kills himself from another universe and the episode ends. That's great.
But I wished the fight was more interesting. I wished. Yeah, I consistently wanted more from the fights from Peacemaker specifically, because I think his fights are so great in the Suicide Squad. Specifically, there's the hilarious scene where him and Idris Elba are going back and forth, and they have. I didn't feel that the creative kills were there in this season of television. When like the most interesting and exciting fight scenes for me in season 2 of Peacemaker were the Harcourt fight scenes. Harcourt I loved her fight scenes, and so I was always disappointed that Chris wasn't given that same je ne sais quoi.
So Peacemaker season 2 action is kind of your Homecoming. Main character not getting enough action and not performing well enough.
I'm not over here saying that it's the worst John Cena project of all time, because you're out here saying that Spider-Man Homecoming is the worst Spider-Man
But
project.
it is a negative for you.
It is a negative.
Right,
yeah.
right.
I've never said that's an unreasonable negative for you. I've always said it's unreasonable how low you are on that movie because of that single negative.
It's a big negative.
I don't know if you felt this way watching Peacemaker season 2. This was one of the biggest disappointments for me about the finale.
Are we jumping into the finale?
Nope.
Okay.
I really want to know how the Nazis won World War II. You need to explain that to me.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Why?
I want to know how they won.
Why?
Hitler's one of the biggest idiots in history. If that guy's got a mural in fucking Argus, I want to know what was different. Like, there's a TV show.
They told you what was different. They won.
There's a book. There's a TV show called The Man in the High Castle. And the explanation for that is that our president was assassinated during the Great Depression, so we never get out of the Great Depression, and that's how the Nazis went. That's interesting to me. That's fine. Okay? I want an explanation like that. Obviously, we probably will get a season 3 of Peacemaker. I want that explanation.
Would you rather have the explanation for why Hitler won or changing logo?
That's a phenomenal question. I think I'd rather the logo because it's across all of the DCU.
Right.
Yeah. And then last thing before we get into the main course.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor cameo.
Yeah.
I thought that was wonderful.
It really is so refreshing. This does feel like early MCU to me.
Yes.
Where the cameos actually make sense in the story.
Yep.
And they're interesting, and I'm looking forward to them, and it's all connected.
Yep.
In phases 4, 5, and 6, like sometimes we'll get cameos, but it's like an end credit scene, and it leads to nowhere, like the Blade one, or Deadpool and Wolverine, where it's a cameo from forever ago and it's just a cameo fest, or it's Multiverse of Madness, where again it's just cameos and then we kill them off, or we don't get enough. Like, I don't know, it just hasn't felt like in the first ones, it's you're seeing Thor's hammer, and then the next movie we get is Thor, or we're getting Thanos at the end of Infinity War, or Black Widow is in Iron Man 2 and she's like a main part of the story. There's a bunch of examples there. This really does feel like they know what they're doing. They're keeping it going. We've got Superman and then we got Peacemaker. I didn't expect Peacemaker to connect to Superman all that much. Maybe like a throwaway line or something.
No, but the reason Argus is going after him so much is because of the rift from Superman.
And then the whole second half of the season, you've got Lex Luthor and his team kind of controlling. You got the guy who's like talking to Mr. Terrific, like, I can help. I don't need your help.
He was a main character the last 2 episodes.
Oscar, what's his name?
Not remembering any of those people's names.
Otis. I think it's Otis.
Otis is the black guy.
Yeah,
yes.
Otis is there. Yeah, he's I loved it. And then they literally had the set of where Lex Luthor was in Superman.
Yes.
In there.
Yes.
The cameos make sense. They're fun. And like we've said, we want more Lex Luthor because of how great he was in
Nicholas
Superman.
Hoult is fabulous in the role. He picked up exactly where he left off in Superman.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard this. They filmed that while filming Superman.
Yeah, makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. He was, the tone of the show, Peacemaker, is a lot different than the tone of Superman. And I think that Hoult fits that with his portrayal of Lex Luthor. When he's talking about the probably Dr. Phosphorus, which is the twink that's got glowing eyes, cartoon eyes, that's getting fucked by somebody with dragon skin. That was interesting to see Hoult take that on compared to how he is in Superman, but I loved it. And Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor has already had as many appearances in the DCU, 3 projects in, as Jesse Eisenberg had in the entire 16 projects of the DCEU.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not.
That's exactly how it should be.
It's the comparison here is stark.
Yes.
I mean, we said we wanted more Lex Luthor because of how great he was, and we've already gotten him again in the same year, and they've already announced another project with him in 2027.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm locked.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
It's great. It is, like you said, early MCU. It does feel like that, and it's really exciting. Yeah. Real quick, last thing. Even though this is part of the. Oh,
I'm gonna kill him.
I know. Me too.
I'm gonna kill him.
It's
a fly for audio listeners.
Obviously, the main course is the final episode,
Sure.
and I really want to get into all of that. But part of the main course I have is my biggest positive for Peacemaker season 2, and I think you're going to agree with it.
Bring it on.
The acting across the entire season 2 is phenomenal. John Cena gives a career best performance. It's really not even close.
Especially, I think it was episode 7.
7. His conversation with Harcourt.
Yes. Also, spoiler alert, when they almost kill his brother again.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's phenomenal. So Cena is just spectacular, incredible. Like how he's grown as an actor. James Gunn has constantly said how he's grown as an actor, but you really see it in this season. Jennifer Holland, Harcourt, is excellent, both as the rough exterior and she nails the emotional beats. When she's like, I am a mess, you do not want me. It's amazing, but then she's also hilarious as this rough and tough bitch, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? And then her in the other universe is a complete opposite from either of those.
Seeing her smile is so weird because you've gotten so used to her. Yeah, it's
a tremendous performance by Holland. And then Frank Grillo is excellent and a major, major highlight for me.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Grillo is my biggest problem with the show, and specifically the ending.
The finale. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you want to get into Peacemaker season 2 finale?
Sure.
What'd you think of it?
I think people are being harsher on it than I am.
Same.
But I think people are being harsh on it
for different reasons.
I have a major problem with the finale of Peacemaker, but it has nothing to do with there weren't enough cameos. It has nothing to do with it ending on a cliffhanger. I understand that frustrating people. It didn't frustrate me.
No.
And it is my other problem. It doesn't have to do with all the needle drops. That's James Gunn for you.
Yeah.
Like, of course he's going to do shit like that. Yeah, there's a full Foxy Shazam concert in the middle of the episode towards the end of it. What are you going to fucking do?
Yeah.
Like, that didn't really bother me, especially because that episode is double the length of every other episode. So it's not like we're missing anything else.
Right. Yes.
For that.
Okay.
But major fucking problem with Rick Flag Sr.'s motivations in the final episode. Like, I think it's a disaster. I've literally all these paragraphs about it. Like,
Yeah, go. You can
go
ahead.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can sell Grillo as the villain here because Peacemaker killed his son.
Right.
And I totally buy that, and all of the bad stuff he does towards Chris all makes sense to me. Where you lose me is all of a sudden his disdain for metahumans, where he's giving a Lex Luthor-like speech in the Pentagon War Room, just like we see Lex do in Superman, where they acknowledge his heel turn with a line, but I don't think we have like the proper development in Peacemaker Season 2 based on the way he acts in Creature Commandos. In Creature Commandos, Dr. Phosphorus almost kills him in one of the first episodes, like trying to get the Shocky device, and then like something like that could have radicalized him against metahumans, but you didn't do that in Creature Commandos. You never established that, and he's shown to be working closely with and showing much respect to pretty much every metahuman in that show after Dr. Phosphorus does that. Then in Superman, at the end of the movie, there's a specific line said to Grillo's Flag Sr., I'm glad you're not worried about the metahumans, Rick, because they're running the planet now, or something like that. That line comes after the Clayface fight, after the Phosphorus fight. So, like, the only justification for his actions and words against metahumans must come from Peacemaker Season 2, and it doesn't at all explain that turn well enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, what was the line that they put in there? There's like one line. You mentioned it.
Yeah, in the war room in Peacemaker Season 2. The same guy that says, I'm glad you're not worried about the metahumans and Superman, that same guy goes, what's the deal? Like, you were just hating on Lex Luthor for this exact plan, and now here you are
and what does he
working
say?
with him and touting this plan? And Flag goes, I hate Lex Luthor, but he's the smartest man on the planet, and I'm just trying to keep America safe from the metahumans. Does it work for you? You have not sold that properly.
No. That's not enough. I'm glad they did put that line in there. It helped me a little bit because I think in that line he does say something like, "I don't hate metahumans. Lex is just smart, and I'm trying to keep it safe." So like, it wasn't a complete turn on like him hating all metahumans like Lex. But I agree with you. His acting and motivation and turn, like, you know, they're dragging agents who are dying out of the wormhole, and he's over there laughing and drinking with his buddies. Like, that's not the Rick that we've seen in either Superman or Creature Commandos.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, this is a big major positive for us so far in the DCU is the interconnectivity of it.
Yeah.
And how something in Superman has consequences in Peacemaker Season 2, which may have consequences in Supergirl, which may have consequences in Lanterns. And we're talking about how it feels like early MCU, Phase 1 MCU, how everything's interconnected. Well, a major fucking problem is that the main hero of your first project ever, Creature Commandos, who I totally buy as a hero in that show, is just a total asshole in Season 2, specifically the final 2 episodes of Season 2 of Peacemaker, and I feel that his motivations don't line up, other than his disdain for Chris, which makes perfect sense for me.
Yeah.
That's my problem. You're not, like, he's leading the team at the end of Creature Commando Season 2. He leads that team with the Bride and G.I. Robots back together and this and that. Like, you're not selling me that guy is, like, all of a sudden just going to put all those people in this fantasy world. Like, I hate that shit. That really bothered me.
Yeah. That was good. That was a good monologue.
Thank you. You think I rushed it a little bit, or?
I don't know the audio. The audio's been down here the whole episode, and then it's up here. I might have to do something about that in post. But other than that, I think the delivery was great. I think your acting was up there with John Cena.
Thank you. That's an honor.
I'm just kidding.
You talk about your negatives about Peacemaker Season 2 finale.
Okay. Peacemaker Season 2 finale, people acted like it was one of the worst episodes of all time. Like, the way people were talking about it was kind of insane to me. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's one of the weaker episodes, mainly because it is a finale. But like you said, the cliffhanger does not bother me.
Nope.
I think the main things that bother me are everything that are not Chris related, like you were talking about. Mm-hmm. I think the Rick Flag stuff was a little weird, and then you spent so much time, the whole first half of the episode, Chris is barely in it. The most interesting stuff to me in the season was the Chris stuff. The new universe, his relationship with his brother, having to deal with that, the love weirdness with him in Harcourt, that team, what's their name? The 31st Street.
The 11th Street Kids?
11th Street Kids. Like, their relationship, them hanging out on the rooftop, being friends.
That scene was wonderful.
The best friendship between him and Adebayo is great. Yes. I love all of that. And for the first half, we basically don't get much of that.
Correct.
We focus on these weird portals that are coming out of nowhere. We spend a lot of time on that. Rick Flag acting weird. So I understand the first half of it not being as strong, but then you go into some of the most, people always call me the I need action guy. The best parts of this episode, when they find him in that hotel room, after this entire season and what he's gone through, almost watching his brother die again, having to deal with Harcourt, not loving himself, not knowing whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, getting rejected from the Justice League, whatever the frick, and they find him, and Adebayo gives him this speech where she sits down and like, we're your friends.
Yep.
Like, we don't care what just happened. You do not run away from us.
Yes.
Like, we are going to be here for you. And then follow that up immediately of, All season he's been asking her, did it mean anything? And she finally turns around and goes,
like, of course.
Of course it meant something, Chris. It meant everything.
Yeah.
Are we kidding?
Yeah, phenomenal.
You're going to give this episode a 0 out of 10 when you have moments like that?
You're so right.
It's so stupid.
You're so right.
Oh, Peacemaker season 2 finale, the gun jammed. Shut up. Like, I think that's stupid. At best, guns reloading. At worst, guns reloading. And I don't even think it's that bad. Everything in the DCEU so far, Creature Commandos, Superman, and now Peacemaker, is everything to me is like an 8.5 or above. Like, that's Superman and Creature Commandos for sure.
For sure. I think both of those are 9s, and then I'm giving Peacemaker like a 7.5 or 8. Yeah.
So, I understand the problems with Rick Flag Sr. and the pacing being a little off. It was a longer episode. But other than that, I think the internet is, every year I am reconvinced that the internet is just a cesspool of like, a lot of the times of just like an echo chamber of like, if some people say that this is the worst thing ever, people are gonna create this little echo chamber. And I think there are a lot of people out there who love Peacemaker season 2. And while, like us, don't think the finale was perfect, think there was some good stuff in it, and it doesn't ruin the whole season. Also, the finale, the cliffhanger, I thought was really interesting.
I'm interested in the cliffhanger. I agree with you there.
Yeah, so a lot of people are going to, I think a lot of people in our comments are going to be like, oh, these are the guys that glazed Superman into oblivion. They're just trying to suck off James Gunn because I said I literally would do that.
Fair. Yeah, of course.
So fair. But no, I don't think this has anything to do with us trying to have some sort of...
Guardians 2 is the worst MCU movie, by the way.
Okay. Thank you.
What are you going to do? But, so... Loved that speech. And I agree with a lot of things.
Also, it has that freaking hilarious bit that we talked about that made me laugh out loud.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
And I loved the montage after their conversation in the hotel room where we get to see them all just being friends together.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
And setting up the new office, and that's going into season 3, and then he's in a different universe. It's a great cliffhanger.
Yes, I'm excited for season 3.
You don't have to think it's perfect, but goodness gracious. Some people needed to calm down, in my opinion.
We're about to talk about something that has been a point of contention on this podcast.
Okay.
Something that you and I have very much disagreed with. How much blame does James Gunn deserve?
I meant to bring this up.
For hyping up these last 3 episodes as much as he did. I would argue that a large part of the hate that you are currently complaining about, that Peacemaker Season 2's finale is getting, is James Gunn's fault directly for going out and being like, these last 3 episodes are the best thing I've ever done.
Yep.
There's crazy stuff. And other than a Lex Luthor cameo and then Lex Luthor team members cameos,
there were no cameos.
It's not as crazy as he made it out to seem. I understand why he loves these episodes so much, because he got to show a Foxy Shazam concert in the middle of it. But like, him hyping this shit up to that level... What do you think about that?
Yeah, I am always of the opinion, when you said your only main complaint about was Rick, I was surprised, because normally you're the one that's just sniffing the cocaine of the press junkets and what everyone's being saying about it. Daredevil Born Again being the main example of going into...
Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Big problem with that,
Going into a certain project with preconceived notions based on something that either the actors have said or whatever. I think this example is a little bit worse than some of those others because it's James Gunn. James Gunn wrote or directed. He's the main guy. He's the CEO. So that's a little like if Robert Downey Jr. or Kevin Feige did that about certain projects, I'd understand a little bit more, or did it to the extent that they did. I don't think Kevin Feige has ever come out and been like, this is the best thing we've ever freaking done.
Absolutely. Completely agree.
So
yep.
Normally, and I still am on the side of like, I don't ever listen to that stuff that much, or if I do, I still tamper my expectations, because just watch the project and let it be what it is without everything else in the world trying to tell you how to feel about it. So yeah, I do think James Gunn is to blame a little bit, because, we talked to Peter Safran. He said the same thing. Like, this is James Gunn's freaking favorite
thing he's ever done.
And we were like, oh, shoot. Yeah. And again, I still really liked it.
And then when you do episode 6, which is the first of these 3 episodes, it's the best episode, in my opinion, of the entire show, season 1 and season 2. You get the cliffhanger ending with a black, one got out. You got a Nazi swastika on the American flag and a Lex Luthor cameo, all in episode 6.
Yeah.
You're setting the tone that, 7 and 8 are also his favorite thing he's ever done. That leaves a certain level of expectations that much of the audience clearly took seriously that I don't think was hit the way that some people wanted it to.
Yeah.
I want to give a perspective I have on it that maybe you have, because I think you line up with me here. I saw this episode after all of the hate it had gotten. So I knew it was hated going into it. Mm-hmm. And so I was constantly pleasantly surprised by the final episode because I kept waiting for it to be this awful piece of shit, worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was really expecting Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, every joke is not going to land. I've heard about all the needle drops. Every other scene is just going to be a loud song, which kind of is. That's a fair criticism.
Yeah.
But I was like ready for it to be dog shit. And then I was constantly surprised by how much I was enjoying it, except for the Frank Grillo stuff, which is the one thing I haven't seen anybody complain about.
I've seen people complain about, or at least like how his acting and motivation is different. I've seen people complain about that. Good. Yeah. I watched it the night it came out, but I did watch it an hour or two after. So I did see some people in the Discord or 4x Speed or something, and they were like, "This is trash."
Wow.
And I went in and I kind of typed up to them a pros and cons list. I was able to see some of the cons of the first half having no Chris and the motivations being weird or whatever. But then I was, the montages didn't bother me, but the conversations that they had and the cliffhanger and I think one of the other main problems is, like you said, 6 was so good and it was leading to something, and I think they handled it well. But a lot of people's main problem with episode 8 of season 2 of Peacemaker is they felt like it led nowhere. Like every episode was like 30-40 minutes. We're getting Nazi America, blah blah blah, and then the next episode we're getting an hour-long episode where the first half has no Peacemaker in it at all, barely. We're getting 5-minute montages of a concert and then no cameos. So I think it's a little bit worse because it is a finale episode, and I feel like I said this because what happens in episode 7? You get the big fight with where the dad dies, the brother almost dies, they finally escape, they get back, then Chris gives himself up. That's all a much better finale climax. I think they should have cut a lot of stuff from the first half of episode 8 and combined episode 7 and 8 into one. And I think you just make an hour-long episode of 7 and 8 where you get the final big climax thing in the other universe. We all get back. Chris gives himself up, and then you end it with him being in the other universe and cut some of that other stuff out. I think that would have helped a lot of people. But because you split them into 2, and then episode 8, not a lot happens in terms of like action or climaxes or things like that, other than the emotional moments with ads and Harcourt and stuff like that. I think it's a better episode as opposed to a better finale. So I do understand people's complaints about that a little bit. It just didn't bother me as much. I think that was people's number one complaint.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the season 2 finale is getting a lot of hate. Obviously, we just went over. Some of it we feel is deserving, some of it undeserving, in my opinion. So I want to go through just real quick my takes, and you can kind of agree with me or disagree.
This is the last thing?
Yep.
Good. Then we can do bracket.
For me, deserving. Right, it's getting hate, and I think some of this is deserved. Totally understand. If you don't fuck with all the needle drops, totally understand why that would frustrate many. It doesn't frustrate me personally, but I totally understand why people are like, okay, so the last episode is just several songs that James Gunn likes. Totally understand if you don't like that. That makes sense to me.
It would bother me more if it wasn't connected to the story as much as it was. The entire episode they've been talking about the night on the boat. The entire season.
Yes, but you do it twice.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done it twice.
After, which is Foxy Shazam, and the montage of them doing the new Office is also a needle drop.
Yeah.
And I think there's another one. Like, there's a lot of
Well, they show the concert like twice, like before and after, like you said, I think. And then obviously,
There's 2 concerts.
One of my cons was, because I was typing down my pros and cons as I went, one of my cons was like, why are we having another slow-mo shot of them just walking towards camera with a song playing? I was like, we've done that multiple times.
Yes.
So I get it, but I do also want to point out the fact that like that concert and that night with him and Harcourt has been such an integral part of the season.
Yes.
So it wasn't like he just threw it in there for nothing.
Sure.
But yeah, I would say justified or understandable on that one.
Another thing that this show is deserving of hate it's getting is Rick Flagg's motivations. I don't need to do that again.
Deserved.
I just did that. And then we just went over, for me, I think it's very deserving if people are frustrated with James Gunn hyping this show up as much as they have been. You can't say the things he said about the finale and give people the kind of hope that you gave him and gave them, and then obviously deliver what was episode 8. For me, here's some undeserved things. Like, these are things that are getting hated on that I think are undeserved. Cliffhanger ending. I am way more excited for season 3
I want season 3. Yes.
Frankly, I didn't think we would be getting a season 3. I guess it shouldn't surprise anybody because this is James Gunn's favorite thing he's ever done or whatever.
Some people were saying it's going to be a new show and it's going to be called like the 11th Street Kids, and it's going to be like a group show.
I could see that. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah. I'm excited to see these characters continue their stories because somebody we haven't talked about enough in this review has been Adebayo. She is the heart of this show. She's spectacular. Her acting is spectacular, and like her scene with her wife at the end was wonderful. Was just wonderfully executed, and I thought that was a very interesting point to tell, where it was like, I love you and I'll always love you, but we are just at two different points, and if I'm going to be compromising for you, or you're going to be compromising hard for me, and that's unfair to both of us. I thought that was wonderful and wonderfully acted, and I love her relationship with Chris so much.
Yeah, I mean, great.
Her speech to him in the hotel.
It's one of my favorite moments of the whole season.
Phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, when she was like, you made me believe in miracles. Like, it was just wonderful. So that absolutely. Undeserved. I don't think the show is deserving of the hate it's getting for not having cameos.
No.
I'll give you James Gunn hyping it up, but I think that the cameo theories are a lot of the person's own faults if you're getting upset about it.
Yeah.
Like Blue Beetle, for example. Somebody tweeted at him and was like, I can't wait to see Blue Beetle again. And James Gunn responded and was like, you'll be very happy very soon. He said something like that. I understand if we don't see Blue Beetle for 5 years, you could be totally pissed at James Gunn. But you're mad at him for not putting Blue Beetle in the first project that's come out since he tweeted that.
Yeah.
That's, I think, a little unfair. Now,
I agree.
if we don't see him in the next 3 years, sure, totally. But I think if we see him in Lanterns or something, you have no right to, or Clayface, or I guess you wouldn't be in it. But so those, I think, are some undeserved points. But otherwise...
Again, I think he could have structured a little bit better, maybe combined 7, 8, cut some stuff, whatever. But finale was good. Some of the emotional moments were good. The cliffhanger was good. I think that episode wasn't perfect, but it was attached to a great enough season where I still really like the season, and I'm still looking forward to season 3.
Yep.
Okay, because of the finale talk so much, we are doing a bracket of season finales.
Yes.
Now, I tried to do one season finale per show, because I could do Invincible Season 1, Invincible Season 2, Invincible Season 3. But I tried to pick the best one, and if you don't think I've picked the best one, we can change it.
Thank you. All right, cool.
So one per show.
And you've made this bracket. How many seeds are there?
32.
Cool.
All right.
Let's hop right into it. Hey, real quick before we hop into this, I think you made some really great points in your Peacemaker Season 2 review.
You too.
I think that was a really solid review.
That was fun.
And we're probably getting a shit on for it, but that's okay.
Bring it on.
We love you.
Yeah, I was ready. I was watching it, and I was like, oh, we're going to have to talk about this. I'm going to have to tell everyone they're freaking wrong, dude. Okay. All right. Seed 1 is Atlas Season 3.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know.
That is the 1 seed, and justifiably. All right.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything above that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And then the 32 seed is Echo. Good gosh.
Damn, so you put garbage in here.
Yes, I did purposely put some bad ones in here.
I thought this was all going to be good.
There's a lot of good, but there are some bad ones.
Okay, all right. So Echo, that's her taking. So 2, it's the battle of taking the bending away.
Yeah, it is. Oh gosh, man. I mean, that is a bad show, and that is the worst episode.
That's crazy.
Daredevil Born Again. So
that's the cliffhanger ending of he's going to go save Punisher. Oh, wait, he's not. Okay, we're assembling a team, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, so some bad in there, but also warehouse full of political enemies, him taking over the whole city.
Sure.
The Boys Season 4. So you have not seen
I have not seen that, but that's Homelander's essentially the president now?
He has taken over. He's killed a lot of people. He's rounded up every superhero that does not agree with him. I'd be fine with either. You are a little bit lower on
I'm lower on Born Again.
So I'll do Boys.
Yeah, cool.
Either one are losing in the next one.
To Atla, obviously.
Peacemaker Season 2. Just talked about it.
Yeah.
Up against the Rick Churian Morty date, which is the Rick and Morty season finale with the White House scene.
Yeah, that's Season 3 finale. That is probably my pick for funniest episode of television ever.
Yes, I agree with you. It's unbelievable.
It's the season 5 episode of The Office where they have the fire drill that also includes the then he's wearing the face.
Yes.
That is a hilarious
episode. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Yeah. Everyone stay happy, calm.
Yeah, there's a season 2 episode of The League called, I think, The Anniversary Party, which is up there for me, but Rick and Morty, that season 3 finale is still, it's in my top 5 funniest episodes of television ever.
That scene in the White House is top 3 favorite scenes of me, of anything ever, I think.
Yeah, but then you're missing, I mean, it's crazy that we're going to talk about this because we always don't talk about politics or anything.
The Palestinian joke.
But they were taken to a Star Wars cantina, smoked mind-enhancing
drugs, yes,
and signed the pretty obvious
if you think about it accord.
That is,
and then they're like, "But you're getting all the credit.
You got 100%
because
approval.
they're a-holes."
Yeah, hilarious.
I am the queen of the mega gargantuans. We named ourselves before learning we were small. Okay. So good.
So funny. That's a sneaky favorite on this 100%. This bracket.
100%. Creature Commandos. Arcane season 1. Again, you haven't seen.
I haven't seen Arcane, but here's the thing about Creature Commandos. I like Creature Commandos a lot, but by the end, by the finale, it had gotten a little repetitive. That every episode is just the saddest origin you've seen in your life. Yep. But Nina's origin is really sad, and then they do kill her in that episode, which is really sad. But then everybody's number one complaint about Creature Commandos is that it wraps up too quickly.
Yep.
That's the finale's fault. Yep. And everybody says Arcane's the best shit ever, so I'll go Arcane.
Arcane, Jinx.
Yeah.
Arcane, are you going to watch it?
I would like to, so please don't spoil anything. But do you think that the season 1 finale is one of the best episodes? All right, so bang, that's automatically a favorite.
It ends with a bunch of people maybe potentially being in trouble or dying, and Arcane's known for being like visually great.
Spectacular.
It's Jinx with like a rocket and her blue hair, like standing on top of a thing, and there's music going.
Jinx is Ella Purnell, right? Yes. And Haley Steinfeld is her girlfriend?
Haley Steinfeld is her sister, I believe.
Ooh,
Vi.
Damn.
Yeah.
But Jinx is gay.
No, Vi's gay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Clone Wars finale.
This is...
Giving it to you. Yep.
Oh, Victory and Death? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, all time.
Yeah. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Fuck out of here. We can't call these people terrorists, even though they blew up a hospital. Can't call them terrorists. Terrible. Oh, Agent 13 being the power broker. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
That show sucks. That show's terrible.
You're going to piss so many people off.
I don't care. That show is terrible.
It is interesting.
Cam Silas, Falcon Winter Soldier sucks balls.
She texts me after every episode we ever talk about. Last episode, we did the tier list of the MCU.
No.
She sent me multiple texts.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm so sorry.
That shit is garbage.
Okay, I don't know if it's that bad. It is weird to me that more people ride or die for Moon Knight than for that show.
Because Moon Knight is cool. Like, at least he's
but
cool.
It's worse.
No, Moon Knight's a terrible show, but like his aura, like he just looking cool.
Yeah.
Brainwashes
and Oscar
people.
Isaac's acting. And
because you don't get that amazing Falcon Winter Soldier suit until the finale.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even matter because he's just talking everybody off the ledge again.
But there are some cool moments in the finale. When he busts through that window, it's pretty freaking cool.
But he busts through the window and they're like, I thought Captain America was on the moon. Obviously, this is a different fucking Captain America, you fucking idiot.
Secret Invasion. Oof. Daredevil season 3.
Can we... Daredevil season 3. Right. Obviously, but like, I'm trying to think if the season 3 finale or season 1 finale is better. But it is the season 3 finale because it has the great speech from Matt at Father Lantham's funeral where he's like, and he gives the Man Without Fear speech. That is phenomenal. A New Napkin is the name of the episode. Mwah.
Phineas and Ferb finale. This is before they made season 5. And then Loki season 2.
Get Loki season 2 out of there, baby.
Yeah, a lot of hot takes on this. Obi-Wan. So him fighting Darth Vader, right? That's the last episode?
Yeah.
Penguin.
Penguin
is the 4 seed here.
By the way, there aren't many that Obi-Wan finale is beating. That's losing to Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I know. You hate that episode. Yeah.
I hate it so much.
I put it as a low seed. It was
Thank
seed
you.
29 of 32.
Good. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I got you.
I hate that episode. I hate that show, man.
Acolyte.
Damn, that finale's bad.
Oh, it's so bad.
You know, wait.
Oh, I have a twin that we're not gonna remember each other, and also this kyber crystal's now turning red. I don't know.
That finale is bad. There's some good stuff in Acolyte. For as much as we hate it, it's not as bad as Echo or Secret Invasion or that garbage.
It's like Echo Acolyte.
But it just, when Acolyte makes a bad decision, it's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
It's up against Stranger Things season 3.
Give it to you.
Which is...
That's the mall.
Yes.
Starcourt Mall,
it's
is it?
So good, yes.
With a mind flayer.
You're cooking.
I know ball.
You're cooking. X-Men 97.
Sure.
So that's when they get split into all the different timelines.
Yep.
Gotham final season. You haven't seen it, so I'll give it.
The finale, yeah, I don't know the Gotham finale.
It's huge.
Oh, no, that's when you get that terrible Batman suit.
Sure.
That suit is not good, Andrew.
It's not bad.
Andrew, that suit is not good.
It's his first suit. Give him a break. He's still like...
I'll go X-Men 97.
All right. That finale is good, though, because everyone ends up like... Penguin and
yeah, where they're supposed to be.
They're finally like fully look like their characters. The whole city had turned into like a war zone. All these different gangs and stuff, and you finally Commissioner Gordon. And
he's got a mustache finally, and it looks terrible.
Yeah, he looks better the other way. He's Commissioner Gordon. Jim Gordon in Gotham is like the most peak example of like the main character not being able to die and being in situations where you're like, this guy should have died.
Yeah.
But you know he's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
WandaVision Demon Slayer training arc.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, because you don't like WandaVision. Excellent.
The WandaVision finale. The last 2 episodes of WandaVision are the 2 worst episodes by far.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Think of every good guy. The Hashira. They're like the 7 or 8 best Demon Slayers, and then Tanjiro. They're all at a compound where the bad guy just killed like Yoda, basically. Or Yoda basically sacrificed himself to blow up the bad guy. We've tried to kill the bad guy 2 times. He still survived. Everyone converges on him, and then the bad guy opens a portal, and all of them drop into the Infinity Castle, which you've probably seen advertisements of, and then the episode ends. That's what happens.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's crazy. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was cute.
Breaking Bad season 5 finale. You've seen Breaking Bad, right?
I haven't.
Oh, I thought you had seen that one.
No, but I'll give it to you. I've heard amazing things. Is that one? What's it called?
Ozymandias.
Yeah, there you go.
That's like an episode or 2 before.
Gotcha. Do you think Ozymandias is like the best episode of television ever?
It's really, really good. It's not my personal favorite episode of Breaking Bad.
Wow.
It's like top 3.
Yeah.
But I like the season 4 finale better, and then maybe Ozymandias, or maybe the season 5 finale.
All right.
Invincible season 1.
Yeah.
It's got to be that. I just put AOT on here. It could have been any of them. I don't care.
So here's my take. I'm going to give it to Invincible because I like Invincible quite a bit, and I haven't seen AOT, and you seem to be giving me this. But if we're doing the Invincible 1 season finale specifically, I think that is the weakest episode of season 1. What do you think of that take?
The one where he's holding him up against the train, and then he's fighting freaking Mark and Cecil, and then he leaves after Mark think. No, I don't think that's the worst episode.
I don't like the explanation for the Viltrum Empire. The whole show is a mystery.
We're having a good episode here, and you're starting to piss me off.
This is a 10 out of 10 show. It's a 10 out of 10 season of television. I'm not saying that this is a bad episode of television or anything, but like, to me, it would easily lose to Atla. To me, it would easily lose to Penguin finale, like some of the other finales on here. Even though it's a great episode of television, the whole show hinges, like because Omni-Man killed the Guardians. The whole 50% of the show is Mark learning how to be a superhero. 50% of the show is why did Omni-Man kill the Guardians? And the explanation, which is given in that finale, I think is probably my least favorite thing in season 1. Still a 10 out of 10 season of television. Still maybe my favorite show of all time, and it's my favorite season of that show. But a lot of that show hinges on that being some kind of interesting twist or mind-blowing moment or whatever the fuck. And for me, I don't know. Evil Empire, not that interesting to me personally.
All right.
What do you think about that?
All right.
All right.
Haunting of Hill House. Your favorite show of all time.
Yeah. But you have convinced me that is a weak finale.
I personally think it is. Even though, again, I love the show.
I still give it a 10 out of 10, the show, but you have convinced me that I wish the finale was better.
It would have been...
Like, if that scene is the scariest scene of all time...
It's the best show of all time.
That's all you need, really, is you just need like 5 or more jump scares in there, and then it's peak.
And then it's peak.
You're right. It's such a good take from
close.
you. And I disagreed with you so hard when you said it, but the more I think about it, I think you're right.
The Office season 7. So that's when Michael leaves.
Oh, okay, sure. So I'm giving it to Hill House.
Sure.
But the Hill House finale does have phenomenal stuff. It does have the twist that the Red Room is all of their rooms. I think that is so good. In episode 8, because I think it's episode 9 is the finale. In episode 8, when the dad goes, "You didn't have a treehouse," I was like, this is the greatest show of all
time. Severance season 1. We could do season 2, but I think we like season 1 a little better. Season 1 with him getting switched off right as he's about to...
That's incredible.
But season 2, you like the running away?
But the season 2 finale may be my favorite episode of the show.
Okay, we can do season 2.
Yeah.
And/or season 1 finale.
I'm giving it to Severance.
All right.
Because the and/or season 1 finale is phenomenal.
That has the speech from his mom.
Damn. Fight the Empire. Yeah. You know the original line was "fuck the Empire."
Really?
And Disney didn't let them do it.
Oh, Disney, freak you!
Yeah, I know.
Next season, you're letting them talk about rape and stuff. What are you doing? That show's an adult for everybody. Let them say it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Crazy show. Crazy that they did that in Star Wars, but...
And that's got B2 projecting it, and then it's got Brazo beating the shit out of people with her brick. That's good.
But we're giving it to Severance season 2?
Yeah.
All right. Last one of the first round, She-Hulk finale, Mandalorian season 2. That's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Mando season 2, obviously.
That's the 2 seed. Okay.
That is, it's a great 2 seed. That is, anybody that switched up on that, I feel the same way about it as No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Like, it's peak.
Yeah, it's peak.
It's like one of those where it's like, yeah, I'll never forget where I was when I saw that cloak walking through. When they said 1 X-Wing, I went, I knew it immediately. Oh, I'm getting emotional, dude.
All right, back up to the top. Atla season 3, Boys season 4, Atla. Rick Shuri and Morty Day, Arcane season 1, Rick and Morty.
There you go.
Clone Wars finale, Daredevil season 3. Kill one of your darlings. It is in your hands.
I'll go Daredevil.
Okay.
I'll go Daredevil because it's the last episode is really Victory and Death is just one big fight, and then it has the really emotional moment at the end where it's all of the helmets, and it's beautifully scored by the Kiner family, but there's more substance in the Daredevil one.
Okay. Penguin, Phineas and Ferb, Penguin. Stranger Things season 3, X-Men 97. You got to give me this one.
Sure, absolutely.
Demon Slayer, Breaking Bad. I'll do Breaking Bad.
Sure.
Invincible, Haunting of Hill House.
Invincible.
Agreed. And then Severance season 2 or Mandalorian season 2.
Mando.
Back up to the top. Atla, Rick and Morty.
Atla.
Yeah, that just sucks.
Rick and Morty is hilarious, but that's all it is. It's hilarious.
But it is also incredible. Just so clever.
Yeah, it's so funny. But
that's all it is. But it's that perfectly and better than anything ever.
Okay, listen to me here. All right, that's my favorite episode of Rick and Morty by far. And I just said it's one of the 5 funniest episodes of television I've ever seen, okay? And then I named it with other funniest episodes of television I've ever seen, right? None of those episodes are in my top 10, maybe 20 favorite episodes of television ever. The Atla finale is one of the greatest episodes of television I've ever seen.
Winning. It's definitely winning.
I don't feel bad about that one at all, is what I'm trying to say to you.
But, I mean, Atla's my favorite show of all time. I'm definitely putting it there. Daredevil season 3, Penguin. Woo!
Penguin.
I agree. That's crazy.
The Vic moment is so shocking. It's left such an impression.
It's the most shocking thing on this list.
Something I want to say about Penguin. I love Oz so much, that entire show. And the premise of the show is he is a villain, and you need to sell me that I do not like this guy. And in one episode of television, you do it effortlessly. Like, it's perfect. How much I hate him is unbelievable based on how much I loved him 10 minutes prior.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Stranger Things Season 3, Breaking Bad. Sorry. Stranger Things.
Wow, you're going to get some hate for that.
Yeah, don't care.
All right.
Don't care. Where's
Rick?
Invincible Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2. Mandalorian. You just went on a little rant about how they didn't explain.
I know, but it's still peak. Yeah, I'll give you Mando. If you're really on Mando, then I'll give you Mando.
I mean, I don't care. I think they're both great. I just figured you'd want to go with Luke Skywalker.
There's just so much awesome in that Mando episode. But that Invincible episode's incredible. But I'll go Mando. I just like you have the Slave One gunning down a TIE fighter in that episode. With the guns, and the guns are moving super fast. Oh, it's peak.
But think of all the memes that have come out of Invincible Season 1.
Think, Mark, think. Yeah, that's great.
Mark gets effed up a lot. All right, quarterfinals. This is a good quarterfinals. Buckle up. Atlas Season 3, Penguin.
It's Atla.
It is.
But Penguin is phenomenal, and I'm happy with the run it had.
Stranger Things Season 3, Mandalorian Season 2. I will give you Mandalorian.
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, I want to go that because I haven't seen Stranger Things. But after I watch Stranger Things before Season 5, I'll come back to you, and I'll let you know.
You're not going to like it as much as Mandalorian ever.
It's just so good.
And then our finals is Atlas Season 3, Mandalorian Season 2. I think that's a great finale.
I would have taken Penguin over Mando.
Sure, yeah. But
so
Atla wins either way.
The true finals was a round to go.
Yeah.
For me. But... yeah, obviously Atla was going to win. As soon as you put it on, I knew it was going to win. But
that makes me happy.
It's the best show of all time. Like, it has to... I was watching back doing shorts for the Danny Mata episode, and we have that moment where it's like every 5 seconds you talk about Atla, you're just like, oh, no, this is a top 10 moment in Atla, and you say that about 100 moments. It's unbelievable. It's a hell of a show. Comment below if you made it this far. Comment below your favorite season finale of a show ever.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. We love you.